You are listening to Elmofos Radio.
Alrighty, welcome everyone. Could somebody please confirm that you can actually hear me?
We hear you.
Great, that's a good start. Let's just say that today I have the most fucked up day in my life, guys. Just so you know, not because of you, but whew, it's a quarter end, and I'm working in the finance world, let's say, and these days are very tense, and I'm actually still working as well. But of course, I took the time to be here with you guys. Today, little Elmo will also be co-hosting with me, and the idea is to first of all give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on and whatnot. And also, it would be great if everybody, would be happy to, take a moment and ask questions or just have a conversation, guys. That's everything. Little Elmo admin, you can now speak, I believe. If you could please check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, great. Thanks, buddy. So, I mean, let's start with the fact that we launched staking V2, something which for some people seemed to take very long. And in fact, it took a while, but there is good reasons for that. Because when you release such a platform, you don't want to fuck up, right? You want to make sure that, your guys' funds are safe. And that's why it took longer, obviously. We have to audit the contract and so on. But it's finally live, guys, and it's again a success just like V1. The good news about V2 is that it will be there for a longer period of time because it's more sustainable. And as of now, I believe there is about 65 million tokens staked. That's close to 20% of the supply. That's what you can call a success. And it also shows that the community and the investors, they trust the platforms we deliver, which is a great thing, obviously. Another thing is that some might have seen that the V2 doesn't burn in the same way as V1 because the V1 burned instantly, and that was because it was a fixed period of 43 days. But the V2 will burn over time when people claim and compound. And I think it's really cool that we have that compound option, right? I think that's pretty interesting. You guys can just, instead of claiming your rewards and adding it manually, you just click compound. And I think that's amazing. And overall, the website, I think, looks great. And because of that staking V2 website, we're actually going to also upgrade our current main website to be more in the same style as the staking V2, more Elmo, more red, more fire. A little bit more back to the roots, I would say. That website is in development and it should be probably done. I'm not going to say when actually, because otherwise you guys are going to ask me all the time when, or that we are slow or we're delaying. You don't want that stuff. So it should be in 2023, maybe 2028, guys. I'm not going to say anything about the date, but it's going to be a really nice website. What else can I say about the progress we are making? I mean, the game is obviously in development, and the game will be a big thing. It takes a while simply because now we're in the stage of developing the maps and the 3D assets, and that is actually a lot of work, especially because we want it to be a high quality game, not just some shitty pixeled game. We want it to look really good, and the gameplay has to be really good. So it takes time to create a very good map. But I've seen the map, and actually, funny enough, I'm actually receiving the demos to play, is to walk around in the map, and it's really nice. You know, it's a really nice map, and the characters as well. So we haven't created Elmo yet, but we're in progress of that. Now Pepe and Sheep are finished, right? And next up is Elmo. So then we will have 3 characters ready in the game. I believe the map should also be ready. I believe in the beginning of October. And then we're going to develop some weapons, and we might even be able to showcase, you know, a video of gameplay October, November, and then hopefully also launch a beta not long after. But the game in general is going to be a big thing for us, simply because we invite other communities to get to know Elmo, but also, you know, really good online, on-chain shooters are very rare at the moment. I know there is some, and I've seen some. But they're pretty shitty in my opinion. They look bad. The gameplay isn't as great. And obviously, you have a lot of good metaverses, right? But a metaverse is not a first-person shooter, and I believe that a first-person shooter is honestly much more attractive than a metaverse. At least for me, cannot imagine to walk around doing nothing, collecting stuff which isn't anything, and not really playing or shooting anybody. I prefer to give somebody a decent headshot than to walk around in some world which is not existing, right? So that's going to be the idea, right? You can think of Counter-Strike, but instead of killing people, you would just shoot Pepe either in his head or his ass or wherever you want to shoot him. And the same way around, Pepe can shoot Elmo, right? And I think it's going to be great. But actually, I'm not the most excited about the game. I'm actually more excited about something else that we are working on. And something that actually I'm not going to mention because I think it's good to have a little bit of excitement, right, for you guys that you actually know something is coming, but you don't know what is coming. But that what will be coming will be very interesting for our holders. Also for
I do want to ask you something, Master.
Sorry.
So this surprise you're creating for us, it is going to burn Elmo, right? And it is going to put us on a whole nother level.
Yeah. Of course, it's gonna burn Elmo. I mean, everything we've so far delivered is burning Elmo, right? NFTs, NFT staking, NFT reflections, staking V1, staking V2, and every single piece of utility we are always developing with the mind to burn. Because probably in the longer term, yeah,
it's going to create NFT, another utility for NFT, correct?
As well, correct. Yes. Yes.
Points.
Yeah. So after a while, you guys, you cannot buy an NFT if you don't want to, but at some certain point, you're just gonna buy it and you're gonna get more than just a cashback of what you just bought. The NFTs are really gonna have a long-term use case around it. It's not only staking and NFT staking and the reflections. There's actually going to be much more. Also in the game, there will be things for NFT holders. So the NFTs are basically going to be like the OG Elmo community and investors, right? So it's worth it to have it. If not, we might not see that now, but the burns, they will be visible. I mean the reaction of the burns will be visible once there will be a lot of buy pressure, because it will take us now much less buys to get to our all-time high than it was at the point where we were at our all-time high, right? It's going to take much less buys, and that's the idea of the burn, right? Scarcity, but also a liquidity pool strengthening. And look, if you look at our liquidity pool and our market cap, we have a very decent ratio, and that's also because of the burn. Actually, I wanted to say one thing about staking V2, because I think a lot of people are maybe a bit confused about that. Because on our website, it says regular APR and NFT boosted APR. That is not the yearly return you're getting, guys. That's more like the monthly return you're getting. An APR is not the same as APY. So an APR is often calculated monthly based, while an APY is calculated annually based. So it's not like this that you just get 0.6% per year. You're probably getting 0.6% around-ish. It's not exact, but around 0.6% per month, right? Just so you guys know, because some people I saw that they wrote in the community that they're getting much more than is said on the website, but that's actually not true. It's just that APR calculation is slightly different from APY. And we will try to implement an APY calculation onto the website as well, so you get a better idea of how much you're actually getting yearly. But our developer actually did a calculation when it was like around regular API 1%, APR 1%, it would be around 20% APY. So it's much higher, which is good, right? We like to reward people, especially those that hang around with us, you know, and that appreciate our work, appreciate the community. And I think you guys are great, especially because we have a lot of people that are with us since May, and they really don't give a shit about the price, and I love that. You know, it's just great to see that you guys understand the long-term vision we have here. And I also see that a lot of people actually understand that it's how the market is right now. You know, obviously you can do better always, and you can pump $100,000 into marketing, and yeah, we might go, you know, back to a cent. But you have to ask yourself the question if it's worth it to do that, or if it's worth it to build something unique which will give a much bigger return over the long run. And we basically are working more on that second option, to work more towards a use case which will give a bigger return than to just pump money into marketing right now. Anything you want to add, little Elmo? You're free to say anything.
I was going to say that we have a couple guest speakers. We have Rocky as a speaker, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to speak.
Trev,
He's
I don't see them. Nice. Is DJ Trev in here? I don't really see him.
He's probably in his truck.
Yeah.
That's fine. People have to work. Yeah, I'm also working at the moment, you know.
Right. Everybody's always right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, overall, I mean, it's going well, guys. That's how I see it. And I am really not worried about anything if it's about Elmo. And that's also because I'm calling with the guys every day around at least 2 hours, you know, and we're working on multiple things at once, and we're not your regular shitcoin, right? I mean, there's a lot of tokens.
I do want to add that our merch store is under development. Everyone needs to understand that it is under development. We're making that happen.
Right, we're talking about that. Yes. We just have to think how we want to do it, right? If we want to take charge you guys fiat, or maybe partially you can pay with Elmo for your merch. We have to think about that. But the idea is that indeed we will probably first start with a little merch collection for the US and Europe, probably. Just because it's easier for us, because we are based in Europe, and little Elmo agreed to support with the US. So that's pretty cool. And actually it was kind of accelerated by Josh, which is also here, because he asked for a t-shirt because he's in a rock band. Sorry, Josh, I forgot the name. I have to check it out.
The heavy metal band, and that's really cool.
Yeah, heavy metal band. I want to share the name. The name is the Dialectic, right? Yeah. So he's in a band like heavy metal, and he asked if we could make a shirt for him so he could wear it on a video, which he'll be making soon, and also you know, while he's touring with the guys. And actually, I was checking them out, and I checked it out, Josh, and your band is actually doing pretty well. Some videos getting pretty heavy views on YouTube, so it's very interesting to see how that develops. Elmo in collaboration with the Dialectic, so that's really cool. Thanks, Josh, for offering that.
And we might put a little merch on there for that as well. Incorporated with Elmo.
Yeah, I for sure want to have a baseball cap. You know, I need a good cap for the winter when my hair is too long and I am ashamed to go out with my long hair.
We also have Terry in the building if he wants to say a couple of words.
Oh yeah, Terry, yes. Invite to speak. Terry is always good to have in the building. Terry has been, he's been making YouTube videos just out of own will from the beginning, since we launched actually, and I'm always watching his videos, and it's really great that somebody like Terry exists. You know, not just doing it to earn a little bit of money, but actually to just promote his back, and his videos are very informational. He's not the biggest YouTuber yet, but he might be this in the near future.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me around.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people probably recognize your voice. You know,
Oh yeah,
they recognize your voice from the videos.
Elmofos, that's what's up.
You just need. Exactly. I just hope you can do it once from a nice car, like a new car, like a Lamborghini or something.
Hey,
Right?
maybe one day. That's a dream, right? I'm the type of person that would have
Yeah, you would buy a Lamborghini.
big old Denali truck, though. That'd be my type of vehicle.
Better. That's better. Yeah. Maybe like maybe a Cybertruck would be good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell you this, you know, with Elmo, it's not really a dream. This is more like a destination.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys. Just keep talking, little Elmo. I have to move out of this room just for a second. I'll be back in a second.
All right. So, you guys have any questions? Anybody have any questions?
So just to kind of clarify on this, maybe so everybody else can understand. So is the staking going to be around for pretty much the duration of Elmo's existence, or are we just going to do it for so long? Because I remember some people asking questions, but I never got an answer on it.
Yeah, so that kind of depends. I mean, we have the possibility to increase and decrease the reward per block. So if we see that we're low on tokens, we could choose to decrease the rewards slightly so that we can keep it going longer. At the current rewards per block, we should be able to deliver at least for half a year with the tokens we have on multisig. But I mean, over time, we will also be earning tokens through either buybacks or through utility, right? Like the ones we mentioned, the mystery utility or the game, for example. So the idea is to keep it up as long as possible. That's for sure. But even if you get bigger, right? Even if you go to, let's say, 50, 60, maybe 100 million market cap, then even a 1% APY is a great thing. You know, especially for the early holders, which are holding already since day one and have a decent bag, then 1% is really good, right? That's also what most exchanges should get for a fixed period APY. However, we offer dynamic staking, so you can get in and out whenever you want. And I think that's the beauty about the staking platform.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm really enjoying the benefits of having them staked. I mean, within a 24-hour period, and I know it changes, but shoot, I got almost 1,600 tokens just by holding within about a 24-hour period.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about, you know. Staking it's and in our case, it's not anymore a long-term commitment, because a lot of projects, they do like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months fixed periods, and then you're basically stuck, right? And in our case, you know, if you really have to, you can get out within 14 days without paying any fees. If you have to really get out immediately, you have to pay 10% fee, but I think it's still pretty low considering it's just a low risk staking, right? A lot of people, a lot of projects, they use staking exactly to farm on people because they cannot get out. And in our case, we exactly chose dynamic staking because it just feels a bit more secure, I guess. You know, it's also for you guys.
Security is very important. I'm willing to wait whatever it takes for security.
Yeah, that's also why the staking took a bit longer. It is audited. It's actually audited, and we got a 97% audit, which is it's good. A lot of people might say, yeah, it's just Block Safu, but actually Block Safu has employees from CertiK, you know, previous employees from CertiK. So they're not like the worst auditors you can find. They're pretty good, and we got a 97% score for staking V2. So yeah, secure-wise, it's all good. Because I know that some projects they got messed over not long ago because their staking pools were getting drained by basically by project wallets getting hacked, and they had functions in the contract which allow to withdraw the entire pool, and we don't have that, right? So we cannot withdraw any tokens. The only people that can withdraw are actually the stakers themselves, and that's clearly hard coded in the contract.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I want to know that.
Exactly. Oh, it's good. It's good. Same with the game, right? The game is especially going to take long because of the block. I mean, building just a game is obviously also a challenge, but integrating blockchain into it is making it even, 5 times harder, right? Because just making a shooter, it's just a matter of time and you can do it. But we really want to have it on chain, right? So you connect your wallet and you play, and that's how it will work, and that's how it will be amazingly working, and that's how we'll be able to burn more and enjoy more, right? Does anyone have any questions?
There should be a million questions. Come on, guys.
Yeah, there is a million questions. There is a crypto caveman is going to ask something.
Yes, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Apart from my
Good.
normal day-to-day job, it's totally shit. But for the rest, I'm
Numbers
fine.
and numbers and more numbers. Yeah, you love
It's
them.
not about numbers, man. It's just
Yeah.
that the people, they like to push everything until the last moment of every quarter end, and then you're as the last person sitting and analyzing their mistakes and their
Right.
whatever. So I'm even gonna have to work
Well,
tomorrow probably.
I just wanted to say, awesome job, everybody. Everybody's doing great. I'm always there. I'm lurking. But I do have a question. What can the community do? What, we always ask you when, and I know, we're pushing out raids and trying to get people to tweet and, we're sharing the links and, but what else can the community do besides buy a t-shirt and slap a sticker on a bumper and, what else can the community do so that we can step up and get ready for the bulls? This is when you get ready for the bulls. You don't prepare in the bull, you prepare for the bull. And obviously the team's doing that, but as a casual Twitter user / Elmo holder, what can we do as a community more to get us ready for the bulls?
Yeah, so if you have a big forehead, then you can always just tattoo ElmoERC on your head, right? I mean,
I'm on it.
Everyone will see that, That's probably the best way you can do it. But I'm not sure if you want to live the rest of your life with an ElmoERC on your head. But I mean, generally speaking, when you see successful projects like Pepe, which I didn't like in the beginning, but right now Pepe obviously is a community project. The same for another project which I generally like and follow. And I'm gonna say the name because I don't care, and that's actually Pondcoin. And what made them big is the community. And what did those communities actually do? They are not just shilling and that stuff. What they're doing, they're actually just doing their own spaces, right? Like community spaces. So let's say tomorrow, I don't know, little Elmo admin just decides to open up a space on his Twitter. He drops it in the community. People join. You just have a chat, right? And these spaces in general, they are very effective nowadays because if you do it regularly, more and more people will join, right? And especially if it's conversational, like we're trying to do here, people might also, just be interested to just hear general going-ons in the market, right? And general the developments of the project. On top of that, I think what works really well is just not to shill, but to just create your own tweets, right? And use the right hashtags. You tag some people which are into crypto. Because the problem with shilling is that 100 million bots do it, right? And writing a real, good tweet with good content about the project, that will do much more than just shilling under a post where 100 other, bots are shilling, right? Another thing which I find very effective for the community to do, and a lot of people don't know that, is actually that Marketcap is probably the community in CoinMarketCap is probably the more effective way to shill than on Twitter. Because there you can kind of go into other projects, communities, and kind of say something about their token, and also mention Elmo, right? Saying, hey, Elmo is a token which does this, does that, is amazing, and whatnot. And obviously, I think it's also about wanting to go just a mile further than the regular community member. Like, for example, Elmo here, right? He actually offered to help out with merch. He offered to help out with arranging some stickers, to spread them around the USA. And these are kind of the things, right? It's just getting involved.
For community driven.
Yeah, community driven, and that's what made Pepe so big. That's what will make Bondcoin so big. That's what will make Elmo probably also big over the long run. But it's about, being active as a community member in Telegram and together, kind of organize things, right? Open up a Twitter space or drop some links, right? I know that, for example, Justin Haves, he's here actually. He does that all the time. And actually, if you look at his tweets, maybe we like them 20 times, 30 times as a community. But if you look at the amount of views sometimes his tweets get, 700, 800 views, well, that means that he's reaching people, right? And with a regular shill, you don't do that. Simply because I personally do not go into the comments of posts where people are shilling, because I really don't bother, to be honest. Like, especially the shit influencers just saying every 5 minutes, show me your best altcoin, show me your best meme coin. I've never opened up the comments to check it out. I don't know if you guys do it, but that's not how I do my research,
I'm a troll. I do. I check everything.
Yeah, maybe you have too much time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do that, man, because that's where the most scam tokens can be found, in these kind of posts, exactly. And that's also lately why I haven't been much working with influencers, because I actually am a little bit sick of most influencers. Apart from Rocco, which is here. Rocco is great. He's real. He doesn't talk shit. He doesn't shill whatever he gets paid for. He actually is mainly into Lung and Elmo as well. But a lot of influencers, they just shill whatever they get paid for. And one of them, which I actually confronted directly on Twitter, was Crypto Messiah. I'm sorry, but the guy calls about 5 to 6 or 7 tokens a day, and 90% of them are scam tokens, rug pulls. And the funny thing is that a couple of days, I think maybe 5, 6 days ago, he even tweeted Oxy, like oxygen, there was a token. And I was thinking, okay, I'll check it, right? He tweeted about it, I'll check it out. Okay, it pumped, and then rug pulled. And I was checking his account, and is this post still there? And he deleted it, And that's how a lot of influencers are unfortunately working. They are promoting the stuff they shouldn't be promoting. And in my opinion, they shouldn't be allowed to be on Twitter or X even, because they are actually creating the platform for people to buy rug pulls, right?
The atmosphere.
Yeah, that's especially Twitter, Twitter, and also whichever advertisement websites right? PooCoin, DEX Tools. I mean, DEX Tools is not that bad, but like PooCoin, they also just accept every advertisement of every project. And I've been rug pulled several times, and I'm pretty sure some people have been rug pulled here several times.
About what I've lost. Luna killed me. Huh.
Yeah. Exactly, so that's why I don't like, also shilling on like as a community on their posts like that. I think it's quite useless. I think it's more important to push the official posts, right? Boost them with our engagement, and like Justin Haves does, just type out a real nice tweet about the project, right? Use some hashtag, I don't know, Memecoin or whatever, and like you see, some of his posts get 700-800 views. And that's a good number. That's more sometimes than the official account gets. And that's because you have to type real, genuine messages, right? And not just like, we are going to the moon, blah, 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 and bye. It's not just that. I mean, that's not what Elmo is. And that's also what we as a team are not saying, that we are just pumping that, oh, we're going to 10 million market cap today or tomorrow or whatever. We are not that kind of people. We're actually kind of realistic people. And that's why we like to build, because we know that for long term, it's not feasible for a smaller project like Elmo to just, talk shit all the time, right? And just to rely on the community, because you can rely on the community partially, but you also have to, as a team, deliver. But I do agree that I think the community in general could be more active. And then I'm talking TG, and I'm talking about, like I'm saying, doing tweets and so on. But I mean, overall, we've done some marketing in the past weeks, and the like I'm saying, the return is not that much right now. People are chasing now mainly the new launches, right? That's what people chase because that's the easiest way to get a 2-3x quickly, or not, or you get rug pulled, right? But once the bull run starts, then the tokens which are more legit, they will be more seen, because a lot of people in the bull market, which actually just joined crypto, they don't even know how to use Uniswap or DEX. They mostly go to centralized exchanges, and that also is a reason why we decided to list on MEXC and drop the taxes, because that's where the new people will go to, right? To MEXC. I mean, most of you guys probably started crypto on a centralized exchange. I mean, I did. That's how I started, and later I figured out the DXs and everything. But I think most people start on centralized exchanges, and in the bull market, it's actually the centralized exchanges that define the pumps more than the DEX does, right? Bitcoin most of the time pumps mainly because Binance, has a lot of buy pressure, because that's just the biggest volume there, and in the bull market, it will be exactly the same. Okay, I need to breathe a little bit, guys. Sorry.
Well, with that being said, I'll let you breathe, and I'll talk for a couple of seconds. I've seen that one of the listeners asked about some exchanges. Speaking of which, do you got some good maybe tier 2, tier 1 exchanges coming up in the near future? I know you probably don't want to mention no names, but I was told that we got some good exchanges coming up, and I'm sure everybody else would like to hear something else about that if you're able to talk about it.
Right. So it's in our case, we have to again decide, right? Because we don't have $3 million in our pocket to just do all of it at once. We have to make decisions, and we have had contact with exchanges. Yes, we did, tier ones, and actually most of them.
Can I say something, Master?
Yeah,
I want to say something.
Sure.
Okay, so speaking of this, Terry brought up a good point. It is very important for everyone to be as most active in our TG group as possible. Every second that you're in a different group, or every second that you're texting, doing something else, that's a second that you could be in our TG group, which is going to help bring us to that one tier one, which is going to help us get there, because they look at that very importantly. And everyone needs to keep that in mind. It is so important.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When
Activity
somebody new joins in the TG, then when they see there's no activity in general, then they are already kind of like, yeah, there's no community here, right? And
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the exchange. The exchanges look at that.
yeah, they do. Yes, that's what I actually was going to. That for example, we had some tier 1 exchanges and we had contact with them, and they said that our rating was a C grade. And the main reason why it was a C grade, because tier 1 exchanges, they actually grade. It's not just that you pay and you get listed. They actually grade every project, and dependent on that, they decide if you list. And C grade we had mainly because of the reason that the TG didn't have enough members, which in my opinion is bullshit, because I can buy 50,000 members now if I want, right?
Right.
But they also said that general activity is like not consistent, right? And that is not the community's activity is too low, and that's why they gave a C grade. And not only that, also because of DEX volume, where a lot of projects, they don't have tax, or they do have tax, but they have a whitelisted wallet, so they can generate as much volume as they want. We cannot do that so easily because we also have to pay the 10% tax, right? It's not like this that we as a team have the privilege to buy and sell or whatever without any fees or taxes. We also pay that. So it's not easy for us to generate 300K volume, because we would need $30,000 for that.
And that's another thing is a lot of those other projects, they're all fake. They start off fake volume, fake everything. They got bots lined up, fake.
Yeah, that's
which
also what
manipulates us.
Yeah, like Pepe in the beginning was full manipulation, of the chart, of the volume, of everything. But you see where they got, right? I mean, Pepe now is not anymore manipulation. Now it's top meme coin. But in the beginning, it was pure manipulation of the price, of the chart, of the volume, of everything. That's also when the math bots really started to kick in, right? And that was mainly started with Pepe very hardly. Jared from the subway with his math bot making millions on Pepe, right? And that's because he created so much volume with his math bot that he made money, but the volume on Pepper was very, very much botted in the beginning because of those math bots. But you see, it did bring them to becoming a top meme coin and potentially passing SHIP in the bull run. And that's it's not because I think that Pepper is a better project, but I think that Pepper community-wise has more power now than SHIP has, because SHIP has had many disappointments lately. And I think a lot of people are a little bit done with SHIP not delivering their promises in a way with Shibarium and so on. But also because SHIP does have a very high market cap, and people I think start to doubt a little bit, like what is the potential here with the market cap they already have, and the promises which were not really fulfilled, right? Because Shibarium was supposed to burn trillions of SHIP, but in the end they said that only 0.02% of the transaction fees are used to burn SHIP, so people were disappointed, right? But the point is that you can manipulate the shit out of a token if you have the capabilities to do so, and we don't have that with the DEX.
Not only that, we don't want to do that anyway. That's not where our goal is.
No, I prefer to see real volume,
Right.
I mean, on exchanges we don't have fully real volume because you need to have market makers to keep the price at least a little bit in line with DEX. Because without market makers, it would be sometimes the case that you have a 50% lower price on MEXC, for example, which cannot happen, right? Obviously. Oh, DJ Travis here. Oh no. Yes, that's dangerous stuff there. Oh, DJ Travis, don't unmute him because he has hard questions always, I see that MacMD is here as well. There's actually a lot of community members here. That's cool. I'm wondering who Hunter is. Could be Martin.
Next time we organize this, I would like to see this happen on a Sunday or a Saturday. That way it gives people more time at home, more involved.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult for you, Master,
I
but
actually misplanned it because like I said, I'm in the middle of a lot of work still to do, and I probably have to work tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna do that more regularly anyway. It's just that first we wanted to release this staking V2 finally, be done with it, and have you guys the possibility to finally stake those beautiful, tasty Elmo.
Just a guess here. When do you think we all can expect to see an actual demo video, like a video, more or less than just a picture of a game? We would love to see a video
of the game.
Right.
Yeah, I requested them to finish up the map and to do like a drone flight or something similar through the map at least, so you can see a video of the fully finished map. But doing the whole texturing and everything of all the objects in the map takes time because you have to do it manually if you want it to look really good. So when I will not be able to say, but I can probably make a video myself once I get the next demo, because then we should have the first-person shooter view and the map ready. I'm not sure when that will be. I'll ask later, but I'm pretty sure that will be early October maybe.
And a question for you is, we're always going to be developing the game. It's never going to be not developing, right? Which I just want to clarify that. I said that, make sure that I'm, bring
that
that
we're gonna develop it. Yeah, of course, we're
always under development. It's always evolving.
Of course, yes, of course. I mean, like I said, it's not just a game what we are doing. We're working on something else.
I know you don't want to say, and I know.
No,
and
I
get
will not say it because I can just say it's going to be rewarding, and not only for Elmo holders, it's going to be rewarding for other users as well. And it's also going to be a way for us to potentially give much more back to the community than we're able to now. I mean, the staking is great, obviously, but we might be able to give back in a different way, different currencies as well. So that's kind of the idea behind it. Yeah.
So whatever we're building, you're going to get some kind of reward for even using it. That's amazing.
Yes, exactly. With some good marketing, it could be very successful. That's for sure.
Hi guys, hi Master. Can you hear me?
Hey, yes I do. Hi, how are you doing?
How's everyone doing? Good, good. Just been a bit busy. No, it's good to hear from you guys. It's been a while, but I do keep checks from time to time. Everyone knows the market situation, but our bag's still intact. It is what it is, you know. What I'm more excited about is the game, the upcoming game. Well, I do enjoy my fair share of shooting games. I just have one quick question. Is it going to be limited to first-person shooter, or are we going to have a third-person mode?
Yeah, well, the idea is that initially it'll be first-person shooter, but I already spoke with the team that actually it would be nice if you can decide yourself if you want to use it as a first person or a third person, right? So you can change the view. That's what we want. But initially we will launch it as a first person.
Yeah, yeah, that would be great, Master. Because
Yeah,
I've been checking regularly, even though I'm busy. I've seen the graphics. They're awesome. Good job, guys.
yeah, it's funny that actually those things are made inside the team. So we're gonna add some help later with some professionals, gaming professionals. They're gonna be helping us out once we are ready with the 3D assets. They're gonna help us out with the coding of the game, obviously, and also they're gonna support with the on-chain integration of it. Um, but yeah, I've basically already launched the client and I've walked around the map and it's really fluent, looks really good. And I'm pretty excited about it. You know, it's not only about the looks. I think the gameplay is the most important. You know, because you can have an amazing looking game and the gameplay can be shit. And we created a map in a way that the gameplay should be great, but also it's about game modes which we're going to implement, which will be competitive and they will be fun. So that's the most important.
Yeah. Another question is the team going to be sending out beta test invitations?
Yes, we will. We will. We might want to do a beta without on-chain integration first, just gameplay beta, because the on-chain part is a separate thing, right? That's something generally you test with the team of blockchain developers, not just people connecting their wallets to something that needs to be tested first, but like a beta in a way that just the game as a shooter. Yes, probably we will do that inside the
Yeah, yeah,
community,
exactly.
obviously.
Looking forward to that, Master. Hopefully, you can send
Yes, me
out
too.
within the community. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. No worries. Silence is good. Elmo Architect's not able to speak because he has a birthday today. Maybe he can sing something for us at least.
I cannot sing. I am here. I'm listening, but I cannot always be there because once I have a newborn at home, and also it's birthday of my big daughter. So I have full hands to do, But I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Got a tear up sitting there. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm also gonna be lucky soon with that, but I'm lucky
I
enough
can
that
tell you guys something else. Behind the scenes, we're creating an ecosystem. It ain't just Elmo. We're creating an ecosystem. It's happening. I know much not really been talked about that, but we're bringing a lot more. I know it.
it's not only about burning, it's also about having the power to a little bit take more control over the chart potentially after some time, meaning that we are able to pump it, better. Because we in our team are not the kind of people that farm on you guys. We have jobs, and I myself, I'm not earning a lot of money. I'm just earning enough to survive with a family, right? But I'm just not the kind of person that likes to scam people, and I think that's also what brought our team together, because we've been in and we've seen multiple projects where people are just very greedy, and I really don't like that.
You want me to bring up one? I can tell you one right now. I was actually involved in it.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I know everyone's heard of the channel called Run Guys, right? Yeah.
Which one?
Run Guys. You ever heard of them? The YouTube channel called Run Guys.
No,
You heard?
maybe I'm not good with names, man. When
They
I
were
see it, I
like
might recall it.
pushing this a while back in 2022. They were pushing this project that was basically called Luna One. It looked so good. I ain't gonna lie, it caught me. It got me, and I'm not easily got. And it was based in here in America, and yeah. So but they screwed everybody over, and it was a legitimate channel, and it's things like that that makes crypto so difficult for new buyers.
It was called Luna One.
Yes, and they literally screwed people out of millions.
Yeah, so it was probably something connected with Terra Classic or something after the crash.
I don't think so. This is a new thing.
Okay. Okay.
It's totally new, and they recently changed their name to North Star. Yeah, I spoke to the FBI like the other day. Like they're they're gonna get got.
North Star, interesting.
Yeah, do not put any money toward them because.
Oh, but there's a lot of projects that farm. You know, in general, projects with taxes they farm. I mean, we cannot farm taxes because our tax is fully burned, right? It's not like it's that we take 5% of marketing tax or anything like that. So you know, and if it's about the multi-sig, like you've guys seen, you know, we're slowly running out because of staking, NFT staking, and it's not that it's a problem we're running out at all. You know, I mean, I think it's better for the team to not have tokens that much, and I think it also feels better for the investors and community. Because I actually I don't know, it's a big project which just launched, and I was just investigating it a little bit, and I was surprised. It's called, and you might know it, Wall Street of Memes. It just launched.
Yeah, well aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was looking at their tokenomics, and it was like 10% liquidity pool, 10% pre-sale, 10% CEX, blah blah blah. But 50% of the supply is for marketing purposes. And then I'm thinking, for what do you need 50% of the tokens for marketing purposes? Right?
Rug pull.
Well, not necessarily, but it's not like a smoke
man.
farm. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. You know, imagine that we as a team will be holding 175 million right now for marketing purposes. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of projects out there like that. You know, that they have big tons of tokens, more than half of the supply. And then I'm thinking, for what? You know, I understand if you want to list on the CEX, you need tokens, but you don't need half of the supply for that. You know. You need much more. I'm not saying the project is a bad project necessarily. I just don't really understand for what do you need so many tokens, right? As a team. I mean, if you build utility, staking, all that stuff, games, I don't know, ecosystem, like you say, I understand, but not even 50% you need that, right? At a certain point as a team, you just decide to whatever revenue you have from whichever utility you drop or use case, you would buy them back from DEX, and then you have tokens again, right? That's how we're gonna do it in the future. When we run out for whatever, then we will just buy them, and that's it.
They're gonna rug for sure. I've been looking at them. They're gonna, yeah, it's happening.
Are you? Okay. I'm curious, man. They got listed on OKX, so I don't hope
They
so.
said they were going to get listed on multiple tier 1 exchanges, and they get listed on one.
Yeah, but OKX is a good exchange, though.
Yeah, but
it's a good one.
They've been wild.
Yeah, but that's what it is when you have money. They did a massive pre-sale for like over $1 million. I think it was over 2 million even. So then if you have that money from a pre-sale, then obviously you can do that, you know, list on a big exchange. Funny enough, they have a 70-something million market cap, and they have like a 500k liquidity pool, which is like double of ours, but their market cap is like 50 times higher, you know. So I'm wondering how long can that go well, right? But we will see. Maybe they will make it. Right? I'm not saying they're a bad project. Just, you know, that's what you guys always should do before you buy into anything. You know, do a clear, proper investigation, right? Of what's the team doing, or how much tokens are there, how much do they hold. I mean, we in Elmo still have a couple of really big holders, but they seem to be holding, and even if they sell, well, be it, right? They will sell. I mean, we will overcome it somehow. It will not stress me out. I mean, every project has to go through that. Even Bitcoin went through that, you know, big whales selling at a certain point, and then, you know, you have to recover the price. And the best way to do that is either by having money for it, or to have, you know, use case, and for people to actually have value of their tokens, you know, by holding it. It's like the 10% sell tax we have on DEX. Some people like to call it the death spiral, like Hunter, aka handy dandy dude. But if you have, you know, staking, you have NFT staking and everything, you actually earn back that 10%. You know, so as a early holder, actually that 10% sell tax doesn't bother as much, in my opinion. Right? You're gonna get it through whatever use case we're gonna have. I'm gonna Spectrum Laboratory. All right, let's go. up, Spectrum? You can speak now. You just have to unmute if you want to say something. Spectrum Laboratory.
Yo, sorry. This is
That's fine.
This
man.
is McViber. How you doing?
Oh, there he is. You survived the honeymoon.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Spec Labs is my that's my charity. That's my nonprofit. But
Ah, cool.
yo, I just I appreciate what you're doing. I feel like I'm this is more just like I'm just curious to know when you started this project, what was the kind of scope you had in mind? Were you sort of thinking like, all right, I'm planning to build this for about 3 or 4 years before I really see, I guess the fruits of my labor?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put an exact year to it, but I mean, at a certain point, when you deliver enough use case and utility, and you have burned a ton of supply, I think at a certain point it will run itself. I don't think it's always necessary for the team to fully run it like we do now. Like Ship in a way, Ship is still being ran, but not really fully. It's not like this that their team is on TG and everything and so on, right? They're just building on the background. But I don't mind building 4 or 5 years. No,
Yeah,
why not?
I'm just really impressed by you guys, mainly for that reason, because I just feel like, this is a difficult time in the market, and I see the sort of motivation and the work ethic you guys have, and it just doesn't seem to be slowing down. It's great to see it.
Yeah, I mean, probably a lot of projects in this situation. I mean, our all-time high is not like it's very far away. It's like a 6x from here, right? But a lot of projects seeing the price like at the same level for a month, not seeing much going on, they probably give up, right? And that's especially when you only build your project on only a narrative, because only a narrative rarely works out. I mean, for Pepe it worked out, but I think for a lot of those tokens which just build on narrative, it will not work out for 2 or 3 years. I think Pepe will stay, but a lot of those tokens which now are just living on the narrative, they will not hold it for that long.
Yeah.
I think you need to build to be able to be here for a couple of years, and I mean being here above a good specific market cap, right? And not to go to 100K and stay there for the rest of the next years. I mean, we want to go up, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it's fun as well for us. That's the point.
Yeah, I
It's not
can
just
see it. I can see it. There's a real passion, and I just feel like it's been really encouraging because, in spite of like the ups and downs in the market, I just feel like you guys have maintained that level of consistency, and that's that's kind of kept my faith where it needs to be, I think. And I just congrats on what you've done with the new staking platform. I feel like it's awesome. I think it really stands out to me in the space. I think you guys are just nailing that. And it's like, I think that's also creating more confidence for the long-term holders.
That's cool, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Keep it up, Master.
Yo, I'll do my best, man. I'll do my best.
Okay, cool.
It's not only me, right? I'm just the guy that speaks.
That's right. That's right.
Elmo Architect as well.
Yes, all you guys, really. Thank you. Keep it up.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks. I hope you're gonna have a great marriage as well, by the way.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, so far so good.
Great, man. I hope Italy was good as well.
Oh, it was too good. I miss it.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Especially from people coming from North America, and Europe is like a weird place, I guess, with a lot of stuff to do.
It's yeah. I mean, it's like it's a more homogenous. Like living in LA, I love the diversity here, but the quality of life is you just can't beat it. It's just so much better in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never been to the USA. Still, it's on my list.
Oh yeah, well you got to check it out. You got to check out California.
Yeah,
it's so great there.
I also heard it's full of junkies.
Well, I mean, it's a big state,
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course, I know California, man. I mean, the best movies are made in California, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I live right in the heart of it. I'm actually right outside of Paramount Studios, but To me, it's all about kind of the nature and the beauty of the state is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the nature is great, that's for sure.
The weather's amazing there, that's for sure.
It's good.
Better than where I live, for sure.
Where do you live again?
Poland.
Oh, you're in Poland. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I'm not Polish though.
Oh, okay. I'm a little Polish.
You're a little Polish, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, I got to boogie back to work, but I just wanted to shout out and just say I appreciate you guys.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
thanks.
You got it.
Enjoy work.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
See, I think Elmo was released at the perfect time. I really do. We were released at the perfect time in the perfect. I know it was kind of a bear market when we get released, but we're building up into the bull, which is amazing. Because we could have just released in the bull market and been just pumping like no other, and then just dump. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we're slowly burning off as well, and
Right.
and the more we burn, especially from sales and from if you have pressure in both ways. I mean not pressure, but if you have volume in both ways, buy and sell, and even if we would stay at this price for a longer time, it's fine, you know. But once the buy pressure will be there, it will pump like crazy. That's what I know. And there is enough reason for it to happen, you know. That's my opinion.
Let's get DJ Trub to talking. Where's he at? He got some questions, surely.
I don't know. He wanted to say something, and then he didn't want to say something. But I'll invite him to speak. But he always has difficult questions, you know.
I'm waiting to hear him.
You can answer if you want. I don't know. Maybe anyone else has a question. Let me see in the chat. You can also just drop it in the comments, guys. Can you say something about exchanges? Yeah, like I said, exchanges. I mean, we're not really specifically working with a tier 1 exchange right now. I think we're more focused on delivering utility use case and that and so on. And I think after a while, we will be able to much easily also get our eyes on us, right? When they see what we've actually built, what we've actually done. I mean, obviously, we're not going to go to Binance immediately, but I think tier 1 exchanges, they do see projects like Elmo. You know, it's not like they don't know about us. I'm pretty sure they do. But the reality is that tier 1 exchanges, they list projects because they want to make money on it, you know, with trading fees and whatnot. So we need to get a nice pump, a nice bit of volume, and I think it will come, you know, over time. Get on more tier 2 exchanges, Ray? No, man, that's not worth it. Tell me, believe me.
Well, I can tell you this: a tier 2 can bring us down instead of up. It's not as you think it is. I have them message me a lot.
That's not entirely that way, but it's just that the amount of real users on tier 2 is not as high as they say, as they claim. You know, sometimes they claim
where we're at. We're at in the lower market.
Yeah, no, it's like sometimes they claim they have millions of registered users and whatnot, but it's often not true. You know, there's a lot of exchanges, tier 2 exchanges, that over exaggerate their numbers, and most of the exchanges actually bought it, giving people the impression that there's a lot of volume and so on. But I mean, we have a lot of offers, you know, CoinStore, P2B. What else do you have there? I mean, you have a lot of those tier 2s, right? And they even want a listing fee, and I'm not prepared to pay a listing fee for a tier 2 at this stage. No. If they want to list us for free, sure, I can give them some tokens. They can set it up. Then that's fine for me. Yeah, being charged a network fee to compound is me waiting to wait. Yeah, I understand, but you know, on chain in general, everything is charged. You know, every transaction you do. I mean, otherwise you would have to build your own centralized, I guess, staking platform to not have any fees. But and then again, that's a lot of work, and centralized staking platform doesn't make much sense. You know. It's just like that. Whenever you do something on chain, you just pay fees for every single transaction. That's just reality. Does anyone have a question? Anyone wants to say something, guys? We're here.
Well, I don't know more to say. I don't know more to say, but The fact that y'all, little Elmo, the fact that you say that we're building an ecosystem here says a lot in volume for anybody that don't really realize the value that that's going to bring to this token just in itself. Just having your ecosystem, your own ecosystem of more than just a token itself, that's going to bring a lot of value in the bull market. People's going to see that we are doing more above and beyond than anybody else, and that's going to bring a lot of investors just because of that reason. And one last thing, I may have to go just after this, but I hope that I'm not the only one that think Little Elmo sounds like goddamn Matthew McConaughey. Just to let you know.
Funny say that. I've actually been told I kind of resemble him.
Maybe we should say that it's Matthew on our space. You know, maybe more people will join them.
Free advertisement right there.
I'm good. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I
But
can tell you guys this. Anytime you have a project that has success, right, and you got them scammers are jumping in, which we have, and then you got them copying us, which they're doing, that's right there is like, take notice.
Draft, you can say something if you want. This is your chance.
What's going on, man? How you doing, Master?
Doing good, buddy. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
How do you know? How do you
everybody?
know I'm master? How do you know that? How do you know I'm
Well,
not
that's
like?
that's what you call yourself. I mean, I can
Yeah,
come up
that's
with
true.
some other names if you want.
No, you know there can be only
I've
one
known
master, right?
I've known some other names, but we're going with Master right now, so that'll work. Um, I'm sorry I'm late, and I was hesitant to actually come and ask questions because you may have already covered some of the things I was going to ask. So my apologies, but it seems to be slowing down, so I figure I'll ask anyway. Were there any big announcements? Did I miss anything big?
No, man.
Okay.
You know,
There,
you know,
there's one
you know more than most people do. So
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things that are being talked about in the TG, so I think everybody knows at this point. I just wasn't sure if it had been talked about.
no, not that. No, just a general note that we're working on something because I don't want to at this
Okay.
point yet. I mean, maybe in the next couple of weeks. Yes,
Yeah.
I
No.
just want to first work it out with the developer as well, right? To
Right.
see if it's feasible short term and not to say something and to have to wait, a too long time and to, hear from people when and what and so on. It's just a big thing, so it might take some time. That's why I don't want to like roll it out, right?
I hear you.
there's one
All right. That makes
digitized
perfect sense.
game. There is one thing that we might build soon. A big thing.
What are
I'm
you
sorry.
talking about?
What?
Who's that?
That's Elmo Architect.
Oh, hey, what's going on, architect? Um, all right, so we'll keep our mouth shut about it. But anybody who's listening who's not in the TG, just jump in the TG, and sometimes you can get some information that's not ready necessarily for public dispersion yet. But all right. So the other thing that I was wondering, did you give an approximate date, like a goal for the completion or at least the beta of the game?
21st of December 2028.
No, you're fucking with me. Seriously.
I don't have an exact date, man.
Oh no, I know it's impossible to have an exact date, but do you have a date that you guys are shooting for that you'd like to get the beta released by?
Yeah, I mean the beta probably this year. That's the plan. Like a good beta,
Really
not
good.
just a shit beta, but a good one.
Okay.
A
People have been
playable,
asking, and I've been telling people
a
possibly.
playable demo by the end of this year, at least. A playable demo for
A
everyone.
playable demo by the end of this year.
Yes,
That's
and
awesome.
beta we cannot say 100% when, but a playable demo will be definitely this year still.
Architect, all right, so we have a playable demo by the end of this year. I
Yes.
know that you guys are working on different characters from different meme coins and such. We've seen a couple of them already, and they look awesome. How many characters will be available for this playable demo?
At least three. At least three of them.
All right.
At
Can I
least.
guess what they are?
Maybe there will be more.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we should add DJ Trev as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to shoot me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, that's cool. That'd be good. All right, listen, I'm going to ask you one more question. I don't know why this is just a curiosity of mine. I remember, when everything first started up with you guys and everything was launched, one of the big focuses and something that I talked about quite a bit in earlier videos was the fact that the team wanted to be the very first meme coin to reach $1. That's a narrative I really have not heard anybody talking about anymore. Is that no longer a focus?
I mean, I think if you keep building, that point will come. I mean, it's part of the roadmap, and it's like being the first meme coin to start the reach of $1. It's not really in a way um, something you decide, because I could now deploy another contract with a lower supply and be a meme coin and be worth $20. You know what I mean? It
Yep.
all depends on the supply and so on. And I think there is some meme coins with a lower supply, but with no burning mechanism, and they're probably over $1, right? But it's more about that, the ultimate goal, and maybe not the ultimate one, but obviously we want to reach that point. Why not? It's a 200x from now, and you might say, well, that's a lot, but if you look at the market cap and in the bull run, 300 million market cap, probably by that time lower, because we will burn a shit ton of tokens still. Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. Of course it is. I believe SHIB had a 40 or 50 billion market cap, in the previous bull run. I
Right.
think it's feasible to have at least 100 of the SHIB market cap, right?
Right. So basically, the sentiment is it's so inevitable that there's really no point in even stressing it or talking about it. I mean, it's just something that we just assume is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to think of the best outcome. Let's say it in this way. I mean, it could happen that that Ethereum will for whatever reason, the blockchain is being stopped by the U.S. government for whatever reason, and every token on Ethereum goes to shit. That's a possibility, right? Just saying. But yeah, obviously we want to always think positive, and I think looking at what we're doing and looking at the current price, looking at the supply, yes, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, why is it always the U.S. government that's screwing everything up?
Yeah, because they are, man.
I know, it's true. I'm agreeing with you. All right, brother. Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. And,
right,
like I always do, thank you very much for everything that you guys, maybe I don't do it enough. Thank you very much for everything that you guys do. I really appreciate the conversations that we have, and the effort that you put in to be transparent and to just talk to everybody in the TG, to be involved in the community. There are a couple other meme coins out there that people that have been reaching out to me and some things I've been looking into, and you can't define who their team is. Nobody knows who the team is. I mean, obviously somebody created it, but they don't whoever the team is, the creators are, they don't interact with the community. They hide, and then they give a million reasons why that's okay. I don't ever think it's okay. You guys don't do it. You're available all the time, and I love that. I really do appreciate it, and it gives everybody, I think, a lot of confidence. So thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, enjoy.
Enjoy, man. I hope you don't have to drive too much today.
No, actually, it rained like crazy today, so instead of working till freaking 8 o'clock at night like we've been doing, we're done. So I've got a wedding to go to in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go out and buy myself a new suit, and that's gonna be my day. Hey, by the way, my friend Terry, I just want to say this about Terry. I don't know if he said anything or if anybody has said anything. Terry's got a little YouTube channel that he is building, and he talks quite a bit about Elmo. I mean, I think he's been doing updates like daily. And he's really coming along, and he's doing really, really well. And if you're not subscribed to Terry, maybe somebody can drop his link in the TG chat or whatever, everybody should check out Terry and subscribe to him because he's getting the information out all the time, and I appreciate what he's doing.
Thank you, Terry.
I sure appreciate your shout out, Mr. DJ Trev.
Yeah, no worries, brother. All right, everybody have a good one. Talk to you later.
Be safe. Enjoy your wedding.
Bye-bye.
I wish Antonio could have made it today. That would have been nice. I would like to seen him.
Oh, he was here inside, or he's still not inside. Is he?
Antonio?
Yeah, I saw him. He was
he was here earlier. Yeah, but he left. I guess he got bored.
I've been pushing for him to start him a little YouTube channel. He does good at it.
Antonio, yeah, man. Together with Terry, they should do combined shows.
You're right. That would be good.
Yeah, we can talk about something like that in the future. I'd be down. I like Antonio. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, he's in Canada, I think.
Yeah, he's got a lot of passion for Elmo, and that's amazing.
Yep. Oh, but overall, I mean, what we can do all day long is look at the chart and cry, or be, happy about the chart or whatnot. But personally, I think it doesn't help much. I think it's more important to understand the project, right, and to also try to help. Especially in meme coins, it's a community that pushes it, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. I still think we can do better as a community, and especially on TG, right, to be more active maybe. And it's always okay to bring up ideas, right? We always listen. It's not like that we don't listen to them and we don't respond to them. We always respond to these ideas. Like, for example, Josh said that it would be great if he could get a T-shirt with some Elmo branding on it. So we are arranging that right now, and he'll be having a cool video shoot soon, and we'll see Elmo on it, and we can all listen to his music as well, right? If you like heavy metal, then definitely it's worth checking them out. But anybody can bring up such ideas, right, or initiatives to say like, hey, I have an idea, I found a good person to help us out, or I have an idea to find new holders. Sure, always share your ideas. We are open. It's not like that we are stubborn, just doing our things. We do listen, right? So just keep that in mind as a community. Let me see anything in the comments. I've got a crappy service. What? But I was going to ask if you could speak about the burn mechanism at this point in the game yet. Yeah, I mean, the burn mechanism would work in a way that basically every wallet which connects to the game, right, has its account on chain connected to the wallet. And generally you'll get like a default character. Yeah, you choose it obviously, right? Which one is yours, either Pepe or in this case Ship or Elmo. But if you want to have some special weapons, some special perks or whatnot, then you will be able to buy those things inside a marketplace in the game on chain, either with any currency of any meme coin which we implemented in the game, or Ethereum or USDT. And basically those funds, they go to us, right? The idea is, for example, that when people buy things with Elmo in the game, is to just burn it. So that's one, right? That will be a burn mechanism in the game. So let's say you are playing with Elmo, you want to buy, I don't know, a cool skin or a cool weapon or something with Elmo, then we will receive those Elmos on the contract, we will withdraw them, and we will burn them. But when people pay with other tokens, then we can sell them, right? I mean, then we can sell them, and then we can buy back and burn. The idea is also to find, in a way, collaboration with projects which we include, in a way that we're saying, okay, guys, so we can give you, let's say, 20, 30, 40% of the tokens we receive for your burning purposes or whatever you want to do with it, as long as you say that people can play the game. Like, imagine the Ship token to actually officially on their account say that they can play the game using SHIB and that it will burn shit tons of SHIB because we will give them those tokens which people and players use and they will burn them. And that's kind of the idea of the game, that to involve bigger meme projects and to find the partnership possibilities with those big tokens. Because like for SHIB, it would be an opportunity actually if our game would be really good to maybe even get the SHIB community a little bit alive again in a way that that they will be able to use our tokens in a new kind of game, in a new kind of use case, right? And they will all profit from it as a community because we will help them burn, and obviously some part we will keep to ourselves and we will sell it to buy back Elmo and burn it. So that's kind of the entire idea. So if the game is a success, it will burn a lot of Elmo, because the Elmo which we will burn will not come from us buying it back from the liquidity pool, but it's actually coming from people's wallets, right? And it's not farming in a way, it's not anything, because you're free to not buy anything if you don't want to. But if the game is good and people are open to spend a little bit of Elmo or crypto or whatever they have to get something extra in the game, right? It doesn't mean that the only way to get something extra in the game is by buying it. We will also have levels and everything, so you can earn things. And there will be also in the longer term competitions where you can actually earn crypto inside the game, kind of like a play to earn competitive kind of competitions, I guess you could say. But if the game is a success, it will burn probably more than anything else we've done so far. And I'm pretty sure it will be a success.
Bringing out. I said except the secret weapon we're bringing out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. You can invent whatever weapon, something special or some cool skins, and people who really like the game, they don't mind to pay $10 in Pepe, in SHIB, in Elmo, in USDT, in Ethereum for it, right? And that's kind of the idea of it. Let me see if other projects, what's their meme character in the game, will they be able to pay us to include it? Yeah, in one way, yes. If other projects want to add their meme character, yes, if they want to, but we would not just add any token. It's something that we will obviously do our due diligence, to include a game, and that's also why we came up with SHIB and Pepe, because they're large market cap community-driven tokens by now. But we would not include, for example, a token which just launches and has a very high risk of rug pull or something like that. No, we would only go for the bigger projects because that's also more profitable for us to get more eyes. But if people want to pay a lot of money, yeah, why not?
I would like to see something be put on the game. I would like to see the meme, like SHIB or Pepe or whatever. I'd like to see where the amount that's been burned for their community on our game, so that way they could see it. That this amount's been burned for their community. I would like to see that.
Yes. No, the idea is exactly like I said, right? That also other communities and projects will be interested also for them to profit from it. It's not only for Elmo to profit, but it's like it would be kind of like an entire system that profits not only us. Obviously, it will profit us the most, right? Because we will get the most revenue out of it, and that revenue will not be to sell and put in our own pockets. We actually really want to use it only to push Elmo, right? And obviously to maintain a game, because maintaining a game costs money, right? You need servers and whatnot. But the rest we want to invest into Elmo. But yeah, it has major potential, and it could be interesting in the future to even consider connecting it somehow to non-crypto, but maybe more like fiat. But then you would need to, register a business as an official gaming company and so on. But it's possible, right, in the future. We just have to start step by steps. And the first thing, like we said, is the beta, and then after that, the on-chain integration, and another beta with the on-chain integration. And then we're going to launch it, and it will not be launched in its full capacity, but we will be releasing new stuff, right?
I do want to ask you something, Master. I know you've been dropping hints on the secret. I know you don't want to disclose, which I don't blame you. But I want to ask you this: is it going to have an on and off ramp?
No.
I don't think so. Okay.
No, I mean on ramp is never an issue, right? But off ramp is the issue. You need a lot of financial power in the real money-wise to be able to offer off-ramp, right? I mean, Uniswap didn't do it even yet, I believe, off-ramp.
Well,
So
I
that
just,
kind of,
I don't want you to disclose too much. I just, pretty yes or no, cut and dry.
yeah. No, I mean, just, if you consider, I don't know, a big things like, I don't know, Trust Wallet. I don't know, Trust Wallet also doesn't have an off-ramp yet, I believe. I believe
Actually, they
also
just created one. They just
they
created one.
created, yeah, but that's what I mean, right? So Trust Wallet just created one, and that's a big company because it's actually part of Binance, and they probably do that through Binance somehow, the off-ramp part. But it's very hard to do off-ramp in this stage, and that's mainly because of regulations, right? But also because a lot of banks are not yet very much into it. A lot of banks are, but you need support from a big financial institution to do such a thing, right? You need the fiat power to be able to pay out to people when they want to pay out. And I think whichever DEX or like wallet is the first to offer off ramp, like in a large scale, they really need a lot of financial power to be able to achieve it, because a lot of people will use it, right? I think that's why it's not so much yet integrated. I think it's mainly because of that, because I think if they would be able to do it, but I think that they're just worried that they won't be able to manage the pressure of an off ramp on a DEX, for example, or on a wallet app or whatever.
Did you guys watch the video for Gary Gensler? Man, they're drilling them. Oh wow.
Yeah.
They're just ripping them a new one.
Yeah, but on ramp also in the game can be done, that you basically can just directly, I don't know, purchase whatever token to use it in the game, inside the game. That can be done, for example, on ramp. But off ramp is a different story. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't want to talk about such a thing when I think it's very hard to actually deliver such a thing in the short term, right?
Anybody else got any more questions?
Well, I figure since everybody was here, I was trying to do a little bit more digging into the Meme Alliance. Is there any possible way y'all can give me some kind of better material that I can put on one of my next videos? Because that was my plan, was to do one of my next videos over Meme Alliance.
Yeah, I can. If you could just maybe hold on for a week, maybe then we'll have some really good material. I guess it's better to wait for really good material than to give you half material, right?
Well, that's why I was asking, because the stuff I found really isn't good enough to put a really decent 6-7 minute video together with,
Yes. I know what you mean. Oh, that's what we're working on. Like I'm saying, the 3D design, map design is a lot of work. That's what we're doing, but we hope to finish it soon, and then we can give you good material, like also for our Twitter account, Meme Alliance, right? I guess that's the best source you have, that Twitter account.
Yeah, I looked into it, and I didn't really. I mean, I got some stuff off of it, but nothing that really just eye popped, And I know you guys are working behind the scenes with it, and I know these things take time. You can't just chill out a game in 2 days and say, here you go, guys. Here's a multi-million-dollar game, or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, man. No, that's why also Call of Duty releases one game a year and not 10 a year, right? It takes a lot of time to develop it,
No, I understand that. But I really must go. I really appreciate you guys and everything y'all do. And DJ Trev, appreciate the shout out. Little Elmo, I thank you for helping me out in the sidelines. Master, thank you for helping me out in the sidelines. We'll get together again soon. I got anniversary dinner with my wife tonight, so I'm a little busy myself. So I appreciate y'all and everything y'all do.
Congrats with the anniversary, buddy.
I appreciate that.
I hope there better be steak then for this dinner.
Oh, I'm going to a Brazilian steakhouse, so there you go.
Oh man, that's what I thought. All right, man. Enjoy.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, man.
Talk to y'all later.
You guys got any more questions?
Yeah, I think crypto coin guy, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, hey guys, just want to say what's up. I think Elmo's like the best project out there, as we all do. I had a question. You guys keep bringing up the game. Would there be any chance of coming up with maybe like a casino game at some point in the future to help burn Elmo and bring in some revenue? Just a thought.
I mean, a casino game. What do you mean, like lottery, slot machines?
Yeah, because I know something like that, something like a slot machine or a card game or something. I
Mm-hmm.
know the Luna Classic folk, they were trying to come up with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know to what degree that ever came to fruition, but I was thinking for Elmo, something like that would be pretty fun. Um,
Yeah, so
so
it's honestly speaking, it's not even that hard to develop. Um, but the point a little bit with these kind of games is that if you look around the space, you'll see that there are shit tons of websites offering that, right? So the question is, who will play it? It will probably only be the community members who play it and the holders, right? It will not really bring in new people, in my opinion, because if you want to play casino games, you can do that on 1,000 different platforms. Um, but I do understand your point. Like having a slot machine, for example, where you can play with Elmo and win or lose, and whatever you lose goes to burn. I guess that we could consider something like that, but it would not be priority because I think that such things they don't bring much new eyes. That's just my opinion, right? It's fun, definitely it's fun, and I think a lottery game, for example, is not so difficult for us to develop, where the community can buy a ticket for, let's say, 10,000 or 1,000 Elmo, and 60% goes to the prize pool and 40% gets burned, right? Like, I know what you mean. A lot of projects have that. But I've never seen a project really, have much benefit from it as a project, right? It's just more for the community members to have fun. I guess, for example, if Ship would do such a thing, even though it's something so easy, it would probably be quite effective for them. However, for some reason they don't do it, I think. Maybe they have it. I don't know. I have no idea. Um, but I do get your point. Yes, I'll
We
think
also
about it.
talk about regulation that's in the horizon. We need to really think about that too. That could,
Yeah,
it's a
but on the
great idea.
DEX in general, there's honestly not really much they can do as long as it's an honest lottery, right? Not some scam lottery where nobody wins. If it's an honest lottery, and purely on the DEX, there shouldn't be much problems with regulations. However, you need to make sure that it doesn't look like it's a scam or anything, so people will, I don't know, whatever reason, not sue you, but they might mention it, right? Because a lot of those casinos, they are obviously, the house always wins, right? And if I would do such a thing, I wouldn't even want the house to win. I just want either it to burn or somebody to win some. Um, but it's definitely an idea. It's definitely an idea. I'll talk about it with the team because, like I said, like a lottery is not even so much. I mean, it is work, obviously, but it's not like, in my opinion, building a game, right? It's not that difficult. The same goes for a play to earn, like a simple Mario style or whatever Kong style, Hong Kong. What is it called? The Kong game. That's probably,
Donkey Kong. Donkey
yeah,
Kong.
yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's also something which is possible, right? Um, but for now, we are working on things more that will bring us new eyes and actually also create revenue for the project to be able to grow, right? That's important for us. But I'll definitely think about crypto coin guy.
thank you. I appreciate it.
All
I
right,
appreciate
cool,
it. I'll
buddy.
put one more thing real quick. I keep putting out there about Elmo to 100, Elmo to $100. I was just wondering what your guys' thoughts on that one might be.
Well, my thought on that would be, if that would happen, I'll be pretty damn rich.
Me and you both.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But I mean, if you think long term, if you keep burning, it keeps going. Yeah, it's definitely possible, right? Um, Nothing is impossible. Let's say it that way. But $100 is, whew, that's quite optimistic. Let's say it in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for the next year, 2, 3 years, right? $100, that would be. That would take a long time, and then crypto would have to thrive also with it for a long time, right? Because we never know if the bull runs will always keep repeating, right? There might come a point that they will stop repeating. Who knows? Generally in history now, it's like this, that they repeat. and looks like the
Every
signs
4 to
are.
5 years, it's happening right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
it looks like it's happening again now, but we would have to see in 3 or 4 years if there's going to be another bull run after this one, right? Or maybe it's never going to happen, or maybe it will
You
happen.
know how many bull markets we've had and how many bear markets we've had? I can tell you, 39.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's just that regulations seem to be a little bit more. There's more talk about it. And not only in the U.S. Also, other governments are a little bit more. Increasing taxes here slowly and there, and governments, they have the power to destroy it fully if they want to, right? If they really want to, they could. They could say, okay, crypto, you pay 90% tax, and I mean, who would want to, get in there, right? It's possible, or they would even say it's illegal to pay it out, because pretty much the only way to get money out of crypto is mostly through, and I think pretty much only through centralized exchanges. And guess what? Centralized exchanges, especially in the US, they are regulated, right? So it's very hard for crypto to survive if governments, they keep pushing and pushing, right? And they keep increasing taxes and whatnot. But let's think positive. Yeah, $100. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, because the way I'm seeing it is if ship can hit in the last bull run. I mean that hit with about 50, 60 billion. Dogecoin, I think that was up to 90 billion. I mean, Elmo clearly, in my opinion, has a lot going on for it. And I don't see why it couldn't hit, 30, 40 billion. At least that's just my take on it, but that's all.
Yeah,
And
but
then go Elmo.
Ship and Doge, they were clearly supported and endorsed by Elmo Musk as well. That did help Ship. If Ship would not have any shout outs from Elon Musk, aka Elmo Musk, it would probably not be as high as it is now. They did have the luck of that. Same with Doge, right? Doge is obviously, Elon Musk is clearly stating it, that he's supporting it. He's even clearly stating it that it will probably be integrated into the X platform as a payment method, right? This is why these projects are so big, mainly, in my opinion, because Ship just had an amazing bull run, right? And they are just able to keep up that high market cap. I don't know why, to be honest, but for some reason they are. I think they're pretty stable. I guess they have just a lot of investors, and I think also exchanges, they maybe somehow maintain them or sustain them, let's say, because like Binance has around, I think, 15 to 20% probably of volume in Ship, so it's in their interest, for it to do well as well. So
The media is why it is what it is.
yeah. But like I'm saying, for exchanges, it's also their interest for tokens which they have on their platform to do well, right? It's their revenue basically. But we'll see. I mean, Ship, like you said, 50, 60 billion, I guess it was. Doge 90 billion. I mean, if Ship would go to such heights and Doge again, that would be insane, right? And would Elmo be 1/60th? What would Elmo be, a billion? I mean, yeah. I mean, if we are able to deliver, the game before that starts, the real run, like fully delivered, and we are able to deliver the other beautiful piece and deliver some other more stuff, because it's not like this that we do the game and that's it. We say, that's it, guys, it's over. We will never do that. We will always continue to find new stuff. Then I think, yes, that's why not, right? It's possible. I mean, a billion market cap right now would put us at a $3 price, right?
I personally think $20 is not out of the realm of reality. That's my opinion.
No, long term, no, it's not. It's not. But what we need is true. The fact is that we need new eyes, right? And you either do that through marketing with the risk of having no return, or by just keeping your head cool and keep building until the bull market starts. And that's what we're doing.
Amen. No, like I said, I just want to say thank you for taking my question. I think Elmo is the best product out there, in my opinion. So you guys
Thanks,
rock,
buddy.
man.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Okay, I guess we're gonna wrap up this town hall then for the day. But we will definitely be doing this more often, weekly. I suppose at least weekly. That's what we should do.
So you want to just go ahead and say we're going to do this next week?
Yeah, I guess so.
A little bit more organized than we were today.
Well, it was well organized today, man.
No,
I
it
feel
is,
great.
but I'm talking about on a weekend day before we can get more people involved.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but we have to, focus on a good time zone, like good time for everyone, right? That's kind of the difficult part. But like I'm saying, we can also you can also just as a community member open up a space and mention it in the community, right? I'm actually thinking to ask the guy who created a bot for us to on TG have always the VC open, so there you guys can always connect as well whenever you feel like. Maybe
I
for
think
some
that's a
people,
good idea, but not a good idea. It gets kind of boring, You don't want to do that consistently all the time.
no, but I mean like just to open it up, once a day at least for people to join, right? And not necessarily that we have to be there, but you just as a community can just hang out, right? If you want to. If nobody's gonna be there, well, so be it, I know that not everyone's open to speak, like feeling maybe comfortable to speak, but I think Twitter spaces are great, but I think on TG people are still more talkative because we guys are more, I guess, close to each other inside the TG group, and on Twitter, pretty much the entire world can listen to it, right? On TG, that's not the case. But that's why I think Twitter spaces are important, to get some new listeners in here and have especially some people wanting to come back for the next one, right? Have a good time, speak about the good stuff. Oh, not only Elmo, just about anything, right? Like about my shitty job, which I have to go to finish now as well. That's life. I have to work as well next to all of it.
Master, is there any way we could redo this group again, not in a week from now, but 2 weeks from now, so that we can bring out something about the game?
Yeah, we could do that. Yep.
I would prefer that.
All right, that's fine. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna ask me if you could help me finish my job today, but that's a pity, man. I look at my laptop and it's just looking at me like, "Hey, dude, come back. You have work to do." And I'm like, "Fuck off," I want to finally go enjoy weekend now, but that's how life is sometimes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up on my side.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Anyone, if you have still any questions, just drop them in TG or drop them in the comments here as well, because generally we look at the questions on Twitter as well. I think that also Paul Schasberger also knows about that, because we answer his questions often in the comments. If it's about your rewards that disappeared after you compound it, that's normal. You will get them when you unstake. So what you see now is that amount staked will be, for example, 500k, right? But once you unstake, you'll actually get more, and those are basically the rewards which are pending for you. I know you asked that question, so you'll get them. Just keep it in mind when you unstake that you should be getting more than what is shown as current staked amount. Alrighty.
Speaking of that, right quick before you hang up,
Yep.
I do want to bring up something. Speaking of, you should compound first before you add. Okay, so that way it doesn't happen if you don't want that to happen. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, it's true in a way. But then you do pay, the gas twice, right? Just keep that in mind. Not everybody likes to pay gas twice, so if you don't, then it will be waiting for you once you unstake. That's the point. If you're able to read Etherscan, you can actually read it on the blockchain as well. That there's still like pending rewards inside waiting for you once you unstake. So you didn't lose them, Paul. That's the point. You're gonna get them. Alrighty. See you later, boys. Enjoy the weekend. Boys and girls, of course. I don't see any girls, but all right. Wrap it up. Have a good one. Bye.